We unmute those people, those are participants and whom you know. And don't unmute anyone else.
I
Only
am just
unmute those people,
thinking
those are
about this.
participants.
I'm just thinking about
And
those
let
people.
it be. Let it be. Just go ahead with your session.
Okay, fine. So, Siddhi, are you there? Siddhi is not here, so let's check with our next participant. Next is Amber. Okay. Hello, Amber.
Hello, ma'am. Good morning.
Very good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well, ma'am.
Great.
Actually, ma'am, right now, no, I'm not situation for reading purpose, so I will
Okay.
read
No.
after some time. Okay.
Okay. Here we have Siddhi. After Siddhi, if you're free, then we will take you. Okay. Hey, Siddhi, how are you?
Yeah, I'm doing well. Yeah, thanks for asking about you.
Okay. I'm not gonna leave you. So, which article would you like to choose?
24.
Come again?
24 to 44.
24?
Yes.
I'm not getting the voice properly. Make me sure that you were reading that article, Rising CO2 Levels. Siddhi, am I
I'm
audible?
audible.
Yeah,
Yes,
right.
you are proper audible.
Okay. 24 you said, right? Hello.
Go ahead with the next participant. Siddhi, till you check your network.
Okay. Sad.
Participant's name is
Vasundhara.
Natalia. Natalia, are you there? Siddhi,
Yes,
leave the VC and first fix your network, then try to speak, okay? Yeah, Natalia, go ahead with your article.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Hello, good morning, everyone. My article number is 9. Deepavali sweets shipments to US flung amid tariff delivery delays. Chitra Deepa Anantaram, Chennai. For the past 14 years, Sundravalli has unfailingly placed her order for traditional Deepavali sweets and savories with
Sorry to
gadget
interrupt,
element.
Natalia.
Sorry,
Yeah, just make me sure which article are you reading?
article number 9. 9, ma'am.
Okay, go on.
Okay, ma'am. Uh, so traditional Deepavali sweets and savories with caterer LV Pattaba a month in advance. When the caterer sets up his Deepavali Mela at a wedding hall in Chennai. She packs the sweets and savories and couriers them to her daughter's family in California. This cherished tradition, however, may have stalled this year. So Sundravallis ensure whether the package will reach on time. Such is the situation this year for us, says Balaji Pattappa of Pattappa's catering services, Triplicane. It is only during Deepavali that elder in India take the time and effort to send their children's favorite bhakshanam to the US. With the impacted this year, we have had to reduce our production by about 30%. Deepavali sweet shipments to the US have been significantly affected following the implementation of new tariff policies. As a result, shipping costs have risen sharply, and there have been unexplained delay in delivery. Our traditional bhakshanams have a shelf life of 10-14 days. If there is any further delay in delivery, if it defeats the purpose of sending them to families in the US. This seems to be the main reason behind the considerable reductions in shipments to the Indian diaspora this year, says R.K. Venkatesan of Sasta Catering Services, Porur. Kamesh Sridhar of Anusuvai Catering Services says that there has been a 25% dip in the consignment of sweets and savories sent this year. This primary concern of the customers in the probable delay in delivery. I do not mind the increased cost, but I am concerned about the delay. Say, a Prema whose son lives in San Francisco. I have shipped 10 kg via DHL and keeping my finger crossed, she says. Dr. Sarvanan from the International Courier and Cargo Division of DHI says shipments to the US have been severely affected due to the tariff. In addition, an emergency situation surcharge of 150 per kg on shipments from India has added to the burden. While consignments are reaching the US within 4 or 5 days, recipients they have to pay import duties before collecting the sweets. As a result, we have seen nearly a 90% drop in shipments, he says. Now, explanation. In these articles, describe how shipments of traditional Deepavali sweets from India to the United States have decreased sharply due to increased shipping tariff and unexplained delivery delays. Many families who usually send these sweets to their relatives in the US for the festival and facing difficulties this year, will some needed to reduce production by about 30%. Reason for decline: new tariff policies have made shipping more expensive. There are frequent and unpredictable delay in deliveries, worrying the customers, and packages may not arrive in time for celebration. Impact on families and businesses. Many families like Sundravalli usually send Diwali sweets overseas, but they are now doubting whether their traditional can continue this year. Sweet caterers have had to reduce their output. They are considered about both higher cost and delayed shipments. Customers, while willing to pay higher charges, are most anxious about delivery sales. Industry response: cargo companies like DHL have confirmed that the shipments have been severely affected by a new tariff and emergency surges and shipments from India. Catering business now struggle to guarantee timely deliveries for Deepavali, retaining and tradition of sending festival treats abroad. Thank you so much, sir. That's all in my side. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for listening.
Beautiful. You read the article very well, and it was the good news. They were you read and they conclude. Thank you very much, Natalie, for taking part. You read well, sentenced very well, proper pause and pronunciation was also good, up to what I perceive. Amazing. Thank you very much for taking part. So, anybody would like to conclude it more?
Yes, Vasundhara, I would like to add one point only. Actually, there is nothing to explain, but I just want to show that how this tariff is affecting the Indian goods to the USA. and everything is very beautifully summarized by the Natalie. But in this article, the author is talking, the situation is given that they are not worried about the tariff, but the problem is that the things are being delayed because the truncation of the container, because the tariff has been almost up to the 50%, and now most of the container denying to go to the America because of the less export from India to USA. I'm just giving example that how this tariff is affecting the India. Suppose that they are sending the sweet to the USA, right? And the 1 kg sweet box price in India is 100 rupees, suppose that. And now that is supposed to go to the USA. Because of 50% tariff, the cost of that same sweet product in the USA will be of 150 rupee. But now what they are saying, if the price is more than 150 rupee, there would be the extra surcharge of 150 rupee. Now you have to add one more 50 rupees in that 150 rupee price, which means that it will be of 300 rupees. The package you are getting in 100 rupee in India, now the same price you have to pay in USA, that is 300 rupees. So this is the effect of this trade and tariff policy which is being imposed on the India. And now you can assume why the container are denying to go to the USA, why the things are being delayed. So this is a very big problem. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay, thank you very much, UK. You concluded very well. It made me understand beautifully, you said. Thank you very much. So next we go with Siddhi. Siddhi?
No. Audible?
No. Still you are not properly audible. Okay. Okay, Amber, or she is not here. Let's check with next participant. Next is Aman. He is also not here. Let's go with next. Priyansh,
So I'm audible right now.
your voice is cracking a bite. Okay. The next participant is Priyanshu Patil.
Am I audible?
Hello. Yeah,
Hello,
you
good
are.
morning.
Very good morning. How are you?
I'm fine. What about you?
Great, I'm also fine. Thank you for asking. So, which article you are reading today?
One sec. Article number 21. Like it's already chosen by another person or it's free.
Okay. If it's chosen, then you can
I'm
ask with
asking
him
like
or
if
her.
any of the participant is already. I just put forward my name itself in the website.
I think no issues. If you wanna read, then you can do, or if anybody else wanna read, then they can also do. Depends on the people. It's not necessary
Okay.
that if anybody had read, then you will not read.
Got it.
Go on.
A very good morning to all of you. So it's my article number is 21. The red carpet, red flag. The signal sent by Taliban minister Mutaki's visit to Deoband have disappointed many in the country. This article is brought to us by Faizan. To lay the claim of the title of the Vishwaguru, India must assume the ethical leadership of the world. As a founder member of the United Nations and the original signatory to the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, it must demonstrate an unequivocal commitment to human rights and gender justice. Our opposition to terrorism, too, is an article of the faith. The current geopolitical scenario may have necessitated a warm welcome for the Taliban visiting Foreign Minister Amir Mutaqi. Yet it's not fact that Mutaqi has been declared a terrorist by the UN. Diplomacy sometimes demands such compromises, but whatever the compulsion, we should have put our foot down regarding the state-arranged visit by Mutaki to the seminary of the Deoband. It has given the Taliban much needed legitimacy, and Muslim liberals are at a loss to understand the government decision to organize the visit. It is true that Deoband ulema issued a fatwa of the jihad against the British and opposed the flawed and communal idea of partition. Beside issuing the fatwa against all the kind of terrorism and cow slaughter, yet the seminary established in 1866 by the Muhammad Qasim Nanawatawi and Rashid Ahmad Gangohi represents at its core orthodox and conservative Sunni Islam. The one signifies the dated ideas of one Sunni school, and its graduates dominate the Muslim person of opposed not only to Uniform Civil Code but also to modern progressive reforms in Muslim personal law. Most of its ideas on freedom of religion, blasphemy, triple divorce, hijab, etc., are not compatible with the constitutional morality and norms. It continued to hold the Sharia the highest norm of legal system. Under Article 26 of the Constitution, every religious denomination or any section thereof is entitled to establish and manage the religious institution of his choice. The Deoband Seminary is entitled to teach any theology and our opinion as per its theological school. But should the state be seen as facilitating such institution? The signals sent by Mutaki visits have disappointed many in the country. The freedom of religion under our constitution include the freedom for religion as well. It also guarantees the freedom within the religion. But the Taliban does not guarantee this freedom to Afghan women. The worst kind of women's rights violation are reported from Taliban-ruled Afghanistan. Yeah. The Taliban is one of the most regressive and authoritarian regimes today. By the 1990s, 40% of doctors in Afghanistan were women. Women were also constituted 70% of school teachers, 60% of university professors, and almost half of the university students. Today, the women literacy in Afghanistan is at a mere meager of 14%. The Taliban Jim Crow-like decree has not come as a surprise. It promises during the Doha deal of respecting the human rights in general and women rights in particular have proved to be empty words. The women who have occupied the one-fourth of parliamentary seats and 6.5% of the ministerial position in 2021 have been completely excluded from the Taliban government. They can no longer go out and work in the most sector. They are forced to cover their faces and must be accompanied by a male guardian. The Afghan women are denied the access to amusement, public parks, and are banned from university and colleges. The women are now forced to join the madrasa. Not only does the Taliban have no respect for the international human rights covenants, its ideology is also in violation of Islamic theology. The Arabic word for the knowledge is ilm. This root word has been used in the Quran 854 times, 397 times as a noun, 425 times as a verb, and the remaining times as an adjective. The first word of divine revelation in the Quran asks the Prophet, PBUH, to read in the name of your Lord who has created all that exists. Quran 96:105. Islam was a knowledge revolution. The Prophet himself reportedly said that seeking the knowledge is obligatory on every Muslim, male and female. There is not a single verse in Quran or Hadith that prohibits the woman from acquiring the knowledge. The Taliban seems to be ignorant of the history of Islamic civilization. The Prophet wife Aisha was a great scholar who was consulted by the people on theological matter. She is the most prominent narrator of the Hadith. In fact, it is impossible to talk of Islam without referring to her. Nafisa, a close relative of Ali, the fourth caliph, used to be consulted by the people and even the scholar. Taliban leadership may not know that one of the earliest modern universities, the University of Al-Qarwiyan in Fez, Morocco, was founded in 859 by Fatima al-Fiarian. In the 13th century, Razia Sultan ruled over Delhi and built several schools. In Pakistan, Benazir Bhutto has been the prime minister, and Bangladesh has been ruled by the Khalida Zia and Sheikh Hasina Wajid for a large part of its history. Even in Afghanistan in 1880, Malala demonstrated her courage and bravery in the Battle of Maidan. Habibi Sarapi was appointed as governor of Bamiyan in 2005. Azra Zafari became the first female mayor in Afghanistan in 2009. If at all the foreign minister had to be taken to some Muslim institution, the Aligarh Muslim University the greatest citadel of the Muslim education, where woman is the vice chancellor, should have been chosen. The Deoband administration, in an official statement, was cleverer than the organizer of the first press conference in Delhi. It stated categorically that its policy of welcoming the guests of India is allied with the foreign policy of the country, and this visit was not an endorsement of Taliban policies, but a mere continuation of an historical, cultural, and scholarly ties between the Deoband and Afghanistan. Yeah, this, okay. Yeah, I'm done with the article. So basically, this whole article is like discussing a lot more not topic, but discussing various issues regarding the article. First of all, the controversy which just erupted after that. There's an Afghanistan diplomatic ministers. So there's a diplomatic tie between the Afghanistan and India that foreign delegates had come to India for a discussion. So basically, India is hosting the Taliban Foreign Minister Amin Mutaki at Deoband Seminary. So that raises a major concern that in that press conference, none of a female reporter was there, which raises a concern that it they just wanted to just bolster or boost their idea of not imparting any education to their women, specifically to their own country. They just want to disseminate the same thing, same ideology in the form of like this kind of thing is a soft political soft power by manipulating the idea that we just wanted to show that we don't want. I don't know like what's the idea, but they don't have the proper women, uh, not political, but reporters at that summit. That raises a major issue regarding the same that they are violating the international humanitarian law and even uh, not respecting that as they are in the jurisdiction of India, where we as an Indian are obeyed or follow the Indian Constitution principle, Article 14 and 21, the right to equality and right to life. It's not just restricted to only one single individual gender, either male, female, or even the transgender. Now, after 2019 Transgender Act, that we are giving an equitable distribution of resources, equality of opportunities, and equality of all the kinds of domain within, irrespective of any gender. That's why it is important that authors just wanted to raise here that no doubt we have Article 26, we have which mention about protecting the freedom of religious denomination to manage an affair, but despite side by side we also have to follow the principle of secularism, that will maintain more equality in that. So Mustafa, not Mufasa, sorry. The writer of this article is just argued that hosting a Taliban representative at such an which symbolically just legitimizes a regime that they just wanted to show whatever they wanted. That should not be allowed in India, which supports the principle of secularism. So that will undermine the India's standing at a global level, that we respect and we don't just uh, bias in nature in that thing, or we are not in alliance with the Taliban's policy, the Taliban's thinking of something. That's why there are various extradition, but the author just wanted to say that India diplomatically should choices itself with the constitution principle and should, on the global level itself, have to be taken into consideration its image, its values. And whenever we just engage with any other foreign diplomatic or foreign minister, have to be cautious enough to think from that perspective itself. Yeah, that's the main crux of the article which I will get. Thank you.
Great, Priyanshu. You read very well, and when you conclude, it's very beautifully. By your conclusion, you made us understand that what it is talking about, and everything was very beautiful. Uh, Thank you very much for taking part. It's really very amazing to hear and made us understand about it. Okay, so anybody would like to conclude it more? It is perfectly concluded by Priyansu, but still, I wanna ask with anyone if anybody would like to conclude it more.
Yes, Vasundhara, may I add one point? I will take little time, okay, because I know that many people are in the queue. I just want to make one little point only. Rest is very beautifully explained by the Priyanshu. I don't want to go any religious aspect of this article because there could be the religious controversy because he has cited many things from the Quran and some other things, Sharia and all. But I just want to say that the author is raising the question is foreign visit of the Taliban here in the India. But we must understand one thing. They are saying that there are no women right, human right in the Afghanistan. But who can at last pressurize Afghanistan overtly or covertly to maintain the human right and female right? I'm not misogynistic, by the way, let me clear it very vociferously, right? But we must understand India is the country who can pressurize Afghanistan in order to make a good relation with the India, right? There are no human right, the same, almost same situation in the Iran as well with the female. We have seen many instances. So should we stop developing the Chahabar port? Should we stop buying the oil from the Iran? Should we ruin the relationship with the Iran? There is no democracy in the China. So Narendra Modi then shouldn't have gone to the China for the Shanghai Cooperation Organization according to this logic. You must understand. Donald Trump also declared, I mean, America also declared Syrian president once as a terrorist, but the same president is now being received and welcomed by the Donald Trump. Ultimately, in geopolitics, your self-interest are paramount. And when it comes about the Afghanistan, this is the need of the hour for India, whether to maintain its interest in the Chahawar port or to somehow tackle the Pakistan from the Western Front, right? Because the geopolitical strategic situation of the Afghanistan is very pivotal for India. And Chanakya also said once that your enemy's enemy is your friend. That's why Afghanistan is very much needed for India for the time being. But when it comes about the human right, this is literally very precarious situation in the Afghanistan. But does it mean that India should not make the relation? I don't think so, because India is only the country who can pressurize Afghanistan to maintain the human rights and every rights for the women's. And that's why you have seen the result in India as well. In very first conference of the foreign minister of Taliban, there were no female reporter allowed. But in the second one, when there was the pressure on him, he somehow agreed to come in front of the female reporters too. So that's why this is the tactics of the India. And India is only the country who can somehow pursue the Afghanistan to maintain the right for the female as well. So I don't think so that, because of only this aspect, we should avoid to making the relation with the Afghanistan and he should not have come to the India. I think geopolitics doesn't work like this. Yeah, thank you.
Beautiful, UK. It was nice concluding by your side too. And Mr. Priyansu, you also read and conclude it very well. Thank you to both of you. So next we go with our next participant is Kurbani, but I think she is not here. So let me ask once again with Siddhi. Hey Siddhi, make me sure you are properly audible this time or not.
Hello.
Still the same problem. Okay, no worries. Okay. Here we go with our next participant is Jugnu.
Hello, good morning, ma'am.
Very good morning, Jugnu. How are you?
I am fine, but about you, ma'am?
I'm also doing fine. Thank you for asking. So, are you ready to read any article?
Yes, yes. My article number is 12.
Well,
It's 2 to.
okay, go on.
Okay, let's start.
Yeah.
The USA trade body moves court over Trump's H1B, H1B fee hike. Lawsuit says $1 lakh fee on new applications overrated, exciting provisions in current laws that apply to program. Hike will make H1B cost prohibited pro, prohibitive for employers, says body's executive BP. The USA Chamber of Commerce has filed a lawsuit challenging the Donald Trump administration's $1 lakh fee on new H-1B visa application, saying it overrides exciting provisions in code laws that happy to the H-1B program. The fee hike on fresh H-1B visa applications was aimed at the undoing the appre- appre- apparent trend of USA employed replacing American worker with cham- mm, cheaper labor from foreign countries. The chambers lighting 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 shuns argues that the new fee is unlawful because it overrides provisions of the Immigration and the Nationality Act that govern the H-1B program, including the requirement that fees be based on the cost incurred by the government in processing visa. The business advocacy group said in a statement on Thursday. The case was filed before the USA District Court for the District of Columbia. The H-1B program was designed for high-skilled jobs for which companies find difficult find it difficult to find local talent. The new 1 lakh visa fee will make it cost prohibitive for the USA employers, especially startups and the small and the mid-sized business to utilize the H-1B program, which was created by Congress expressly to ensure that American business of all sizes can access the global talent they need to grow their operation here in the USA. Neil Bradley, executive executive vice president and the chief policy officer at the USA Chamber of Commerce, said the new fee will expire after a year of applications, but the USA government can extend it. Now I am done with my reading part. Let's move towards the summarizations part. There are so this is all about the fee uh, of H-1 visa fee, and the Chamber of the Commerce in USA has filed a lawsuit against the Donald Trump's administrations because it has Donald Trump has increased visa fee for to $1 lakh for new application, and the chamber said that it should be changed. Otherwise, it will not be so sorry. Otherwise, it will ruin the foreign workers' fees. H-1B visa allows USA companies to hire skillful employees, especially in technology or engineering field. When the locals worker are not available, then Instead of that, the foreign worker who are charging less, they work for those companies which are available in USA. But the fees has increased. So because of that, the companies are facing uh, problems because of increasing $1 lakh fee on the on H1 visa, which is not suitable for there. So they are saying if you are charging that much, then how can foreign worker uh, be so beneficial in a year? This is the cost of on. This is very costly for them. And but the Donald Trump wants to promote their uh, local workers and to hire them and the local employment as well. And on the other hand, the Chamber of Commerce also mentioned that it's illegal and unfair because it goes to against the immigration and the national act. They argue and the government cannot set fees. This is all in happening in America. Yes, I would like to add only that much about it. Hello, I am audible, ma'am.
Yeah,
Hello.
you were audible.
Yes, I am.
You did, yeah,
I am done.
yeah. You did very beautiful. You did very well. Good job, Jugnu. You did it good, but some some of the time, it's I was looking that you were correcting by yourself. That was very beautiful. Learning English doesn't mean that we need to be perfect all the time. You did very well. You were correcting by yourself. That's very nice. And in conclusion part, also you made us understand. That was very beautiful, and everything was very fine. Thank you very
Hey,
much,
ma'am, you
Jugnu, for
know one thing that it's not related to my field, but there is only this article, which is so short
no
and
worries in that. No worries
and
in that.
sometimes
Whatever
ma'am,
you
I confuse when I see one word is here and the second word is other line.
yeah, it
So I
used to
get
happen.
confused.
And you were sorry, you were saying USA. That was not USA. That US. Okay, and
Yes.
everything. Sorry,
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
everything. Yeah, everything was very fine. Thank you very much, Jugnu. So our next participant is Arvind.
Very good morning, Vasundhara ma'am. How are
Very
you?
good morning, sir. I am very good. Thank you very much for asking. How are you?
Yeah, I'm also doing great.
Fantastic. So, which article you gonna choose today?
It's a short one and easy one. Article number 5.
Number 5. Great. Nice
Shall I
choice.
start?
You got cricket.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
because I'm on nearby station. I'm going through train, so I'm waiting. So for my chance. So that's why I've chosen some short article.
Yeah, go on.
Thank you. Rohit and Kohli's presence will help Gill's captaincy. Achha. The Press Trust of India, Perth. The towering presence of Virat Kohli. I'm audible properly, ma'am?
Yeah, you are.
Okay. The towering presence of Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma in the Indian ODI team can only help newly appointed captain Subman Gill grow as a leader, said left-arm spinner Akshar Patel on Friday. Gill has succeeded Rohit as ODI captain despite the latter talking taking India to the Champions Trophy title. For Gill is perfect. Rohit Bhai and Virat Bhai are there, and along with that, they have been captains, so they can give their input also. Hence, it is very good growth for Gill's captaincy. Sid Achar in a joint interaction with Australia opener Travis Head. What has been good about Gill's captaincy thus far is that he has not been pressurized. It has been a while since Rohit and Kohli played competitive cricket, but Akshay said they were looking as sharp as ever. We can see after first match how their form is. They have been practicing in Bangalore Center of Excellence, so I think they are ready to go. They are looking very good both in nets and fitness wise, he added. Akshan has got his big shoes to fill in the series, having been picked ahead of Ravindra Jadeja in the squad. So I am very confident about this series in the Asia Cup. I did well both with bat and ball. After a long time, 2022 T20 World Cup, I would be playing in Australia. I am ready for the challenge, he said. So I have completed this article reading part. So it was all about the uh, guidance and for legends guidance. Like Akshar is saying, Akshar Allrounder is there. Also his plays with the bat and ball, both is doing great, and also he has a more experience. So that's why he's telling about his own views that Rohit and Kohli both are the legends. We know very well about these two people, so they can guide the Subman Gill very well, and they have a more experience. So at every step, they can help more. So we can relate these things to our life also. Like whenever we have a big brother, like big brother, or any good mentor, or any big uh, I mean to say any helping hand who is elder than you, then really it is grateful for that person who is getting this type of people. Just like I am also having a big brother, and he is very cooperative. Whenever I have any problem, he always help me as good as possible. So I am thinking just like that. If Gill is having any problem related to the captaincy and anything, then Rohit and Kohli will be present there, and they will definitely help, and they will definitely give as good as possible. They will help the Gill. So Akshar is also there. so so who is now going to the in the new things, going to take new things in a new field. So not new field for Subman Gill, but is now going to as a captain he is going to work. So that's why Akshar is saying that he's a is a good backup. Like he has many person to help there. So Rohit and Kohli are the among us. Uh, so thank you, Vasundhara.
Thank you very much, Arvind. You read it very well. Your conclusion was also very beautiful. Everything was perfect. And I think somewhere you were not believing on yourself. Guess how I'm saying like that?
Yeah, tell
You
me, tell me.
yeah, you had read a word there. I forget the word. You had read that word, and then after you incorrect that by yourself. You had first you read it correctly, and then after you did
Oh my God.
incorrect,
Oh my God.
and you move on.
What
Believe
was that word?
I have to check.
That
I
I
think
must know.
oh, practicing was there, but you were something
Not
else
practicizing,
you say.
practicizing,
Yeah,
practicizing.
something else you say.
It is
Just
not. It is
believe
incorrect.
what you
Practicizing. Okay.
believe
Practicing
on
is correct.
yourself.
There is written practicizing. I think so.
Is S is there? Okay, S is there. Fine. I thought you read incorrect, but that's fine. It's my bad.
Okay.
But then
Okay. No
after
problem.
I didn't see an S there. Sorry for that. My bad. After that, you read it very well. You contour it very well too. And don't be in hurry. You're reading it very well. Thank you very much
Yeah.
for taking part,
Thank you.
Arvind.
Thank you. Thank you so much for giving me feedback. Thank you.
Okay, I think we have done with our participant, but let me check it once again that anybody is remaining or joined new. Okay, we have done with our participants. Let me make sure if Siddhi is here. Okay, Siddhi, now you can go.
Hello.
Very good morning.
Good morning. I will now. I don't know why many times are facing network issue.
No worries, we will adjust. Which article would you like to choose?
Article is yeah, 24.
24.
Yes. I hope
Okay.
I'm audible.
Yeah, you are. Okay, go on.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yes. Raising CO2 levels, carbon dioxide concentration increased by a record amount between 2023 and 2024. Main major activities like burning fossil fuels and natural volatilities in CO2 low plateaus unprecedented. The atmospheric concentrations of carbon dioxide, the primary driver of climate change, increased by a record amount in 2023 and 2024, according to at least data released by the World Meteorological Organization. Globally, average CO2 concentrations near the Earth's surface reaches 423.9 parts per billion in 2024, 3.5 ppm higher than in 2023. The year-on-year increase in this period was significantly higher than the annual average during the 2011-2020 decade. This year, 2024, was also warmest year ever recorded, with the global average temperature being 1.55 degree Celsius higher than per industrial times. This was the first time that global annual temperature had crossed the 1.5 degree Celsius threshold, or key limit, which, when breached over a long-term period, can result in devastating, incredible impacts. The rapidly rising CO2 concentrations underscored the failure of the International Climate Framework as represented by the Paris Agreement to achieve with a meaningful slowdown in global emission. Racing into CO2 concentrations, CO2 concentrations have been rising constantly over the years. There has been no intense of a decline in the last 40 years, at least. However, the new data from the mm, World Meteorological Organization so that the year-on-year increase between 2023 and 2024 was the highest in these kinds of measurements began in 1957. This has come at a time when a massive effort is being made globally to retain CO2 emission. The rate of increase in CO2 concentrations had already tripled from an average of 0.8 pm per year during the 1960s to 2.4 ppm per year between 2011 and 2020, but a 3.5 ppm jump in a year is unprecedented. The current CO2 concentrations in the atmosphere 400 to 3.9 ppm is now 152% more than the per industrial levels of 278.3 ppm. CO2 is the most widespread spread of greenhouse gases and produce in a variety of natural and man-made processes. The emission from natural processes such as refrigeration, ocean releases, volcano eruptions, wildfires, or decomposition of organic matter, and nearly all observed back in other natural progress like photosynthetics, ocean and land scenic, those maintaining a balance. Nearly half of them, the CO2 emission from man-made process such as the burning of fossil fuels is also as a word as fed by these natural things. It is the other half that accumulates in the atmosphere, resulting in a warming effect of more than 90% of all it's significantly less than other greenhouse gases such as methane, CO2 and nitrous oxide, and NO2. CH4 is the latest 25% more potent than CO2 in the heat-trapping capability, while NTO is about 220 times more potent. However, CO2 remain in the atmosphere for a fair longer time, about hundreds to thousands of years. As a result, it has cumulative impact on global warming. CO2 is known to have contributed about 16% warming that has happened in per industrial times and about 29% in the last decade. In comparison, CH4 is relatively short-lived and remains in the atmosphere for only about 12 to 14 years. NTO disintegrated after about 100 to 120 years. Reason behind the increase: the unusually high increase of 3.5 ppm between 2023 and 24 could not be solely attributed to continued emission of CO2 from man-made activities. The um, World World Micro World Meteorological Organization report said variabilities in the natural CO2 loop also had a role to play. In particular, oceans and seem to have observed a lesser amount of CO2 in 2024 and exceptionally a number of forest fire incidents in the year resulted in additional emissions. One of the causes of the reduced capabilities of natural sinks in ocean and land to uh, uh, observed CO2 is global warming itself. At higher temperature, ocean observe less CO2 due to decreased solubility, similarity, astramine dargates, which result is in forest and uh, vegetations drying up, reduce the ab- absorption capacity of tears and grasslands. There is process fit into each other and portion the CO2 in violence, leading to more CO2 being released into the atmosphere. Other uh, greenhouse gases 5. The concentration of CH4 and N2O also increased in 2024, but the jump was slower than the annual average witnessed in the last decade. CH4, the second most widely emitted greenhouse gas concentrations, increases by 8 parts per billion to reach a level of 1942 ppb in the autumn while NTO concentration increases by 1 ppb to reach 338 ppb. In the last decade, CH4 concentrations increased by an average of about 10.6 ppb every year, while N2O concentration increased at a rate of 1.07 ppb here. CH4 concentrations account for 16% of warming causes since per industrial times, when NTO concentration contributed about 6%, the rate of from other gases and process challenges. The new data from World Meteorological Organization greenhouse gas validation underlines the inability of the challenge being faces in restraining the rapid accumulation of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. It is not just major activities over which humans have some control. The um, extenuating the problems like process resulting in a greater accumulation of this gas. However, even in areas where there have some control, humans have been finding it extremely difficult to rein in emission of greenhouse gases. Global emissions are still on the rise. 10 years of the Paris Agreement have been unable to make any uh, appreciable change in this racing trade. The emission reduction target for 2030 are amount current to be missed, with global temperature already reached the 1.5 degree Celsius mark in 2024. Yeah, I have done my reading part. Now I'm try to summarize from this article. I'm audible.
You are.
Hello,
Yeah.
ma'am. I'm audible.
Yes, you are. Go on.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Okay.
Siddhi?
Yes, yes. Sorry. Uh, Network issues. I'm not able to speak right now. Right now, I'm audible.
Yeah, you are.
Now you are not audible, Siddhi.
No worries. He is facing issue though. We will adjust. Siddhi, if you are speaking, then you are not audible even a percent.
Uh, uh, Now I'm audible.
Yes.
Sorry, I have network issue. I don't know why. Uh, okay, you can go another participant. I'm not able to.
Okay, that's fine. But if I am audible, then let me
Yeah,
give you a little bit
yeah. Please,
feedback.
ma'am, provide a feedback. Yes, yes, yes.
Great. Siddhi, you're doing great job. You read it beautifully, but pronunciation. Some of the words are there to on which you have to work. Like most of the words which you were pronouncing that was incorrect. Like um if we are pronouncing any word wrong in a wrong way, then it can change the meaning of all the whole the sentence. Though it is necessary to pronounce things better so that people, whoever is listening you, they can understand that what exactly that line wanna say. So, pronunciation is must. Like, if we lack in that, then the meaning of all the sentence that will totally change. So, we need to care of that. That whatever the thing is written, that is good or not. To make others understand, they should listen you that it is appropriate, that is the perfect one. Like if you were reading, it's not necessary that you have to read in a flow. You have to read in to be free. It is important to correct ourselves, take pause, read it, correct by yourself, that wherever you are making mistake, that is first important to make ourselves correct. And then after if we will practice that, now I am correct, I am doing correct by myself, then after you can focus on that fluency. That will be the appropriate way to be the means. No one is perfect, but to become like that, that means perfect, that way that way is good. Understand? Dear Siddhi, am I audible?
Yes, yes, you are proper audible. My network is not good.
Yeah, and after that, everything was very beautiful. Thank you, Siddhi, for taking part. So, do let me know if anybody would like to conclude this article. Okay, no worries. Thank you very much, Siddhi, for taking part. Amber, would you like to go next?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. So, which article you want to read today?
Yeah, ma'am. 12th number, Article 12.
Article number 12. I think it's read by someone already, but no worries, you can also do. Go on.
Thank you, ma'am. A U.S. state body moves court over Trump's H-1B fee hike. Ma'am, am I audible properly?
Yes, you are perfectly audible.
Okay. The U.S. Chambers of Commerce has filed a lawsuit challenging the Donald Trump administration $100,000 fee on new H-1B visa application, saying it overrides existing provision in uh, current laws that apply to the one H-1B program. The fee hike on fresh H-1B visa application was aimed at undoing the apparent trend of U.S. employers replacing American workers with cheaper foreign members. The new fee is unlawful because it overrides provision of the Immigration and Nationality Act that govern the one H-1B program, including the requirement that fee be based on the cost incurred current by the government in processing visas. The business advocacy group said in a statement on Thursday. The case was filed before the U.S. District Court for the District of Columbia. The H-1B program was designed for high-skilled jobs for which companies find it difficult to find local talent. The new $100,000 visa visa fee will make it cost prohibitive for U.S. employers, especially startups and small and mid-sized business, to utilize the H-1B program, which was created by Congress expressly to ensure that American business of all sizes can access the global talent they need to grow their operation here in the U.S. Neil Bradley, Executive Vice President and Chief Policy Officer at the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, said the new fee will expire after a year of application, but the U.S. government can extend it. I'm trying to summarize this article. This is about the US some visas has been cancelled by the government of US state for Indians. And um, in the US, they are cancelled the visa who is belong to cheaper labor job from the foreign countries.
Have you done?
No, ma'am, just business advocacy group said like this on Thursday. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, can you help me summarize this article?
I have to look
Hello?
over, but yeah. U.S. trade body moves court over Trump's H-1B fee hike. I don't know the meaning of hike, but it's about the trade body moves court for Trump's hike. It's about U.S. news. I think here in America, I mean US employees were replacing American workers with chambers from foreign means here one para is there. There is mentioned that in America there are the person who came from foreign countries, employees, whoever were working in the chambers that were replacing by the American members because of I think it's cause of related to money or whatever the income they were having about that. And I think because they have to pay a large amount of that whoever it come from the foreign country, and that it will be the cheapest when they will hire the person who is nearby them. I mean from the same country. And okay, they wanna hire to those people from their country so that they can so that their money and whatever the investment they are doing in their company, that should not go out of their country. Like they were hiring the person from the same country like America, that whatever the money they will pay to the employees, that should not go out from the country, that should be there, and the production of the that materials that should be there. And because to make it on the because it make to be on the label, they are doing such things that they are replacing the members and increasing our production and about the money, so that their whatever the money and production is there, that should be in their place only. No one can take from their company and all. I think I am not clear, but up to what I understand, I made. Okay, fine.
It means they don't want to give chance to other countries people.
Yeah, exactly. They were replacing them because of they don't want that their money should go out of their country though.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, you are right.
Yeah. So do let me know if anybody would like to summarize it more. Okay, no one. So Amber, you read it very well, and I have seen what I have perceived from your reading that you were correcting by yourself. That is very beautiful habit you have to correcting your by countering out your mistakes by yourself and correcting it by yourself. That is very beautiful, and this will only make you to improve yourself in a short period of time. So that's very beautiful, Amber. And about the conclusion, then whatever the line you had conclude, that was very beautiful. And sometimes, do you know what? I also, while reading, like I also feel like I used to go in the flow. I don't understand. I don't used to understand that what is it's wanna say, and at last I have to conclude too. But as compared to me, you all did very well. Thank you very much, Amber, for taking part.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So do let me know if anybody would like to read any of the articles.
Hey ma'am, I'm here.
Okay, Aman, you were in the queue, right?
Yes ma'am.
I thought you had completed. Sorry, I have just seen the, but I thought you had completed. You didn't, right?
Yeah, yes ma'am. I'm start my article.
Which article? Just let me know first.
I'm speak on 16 article number 16.
Okay, delete me. It's too lengthy. I think it's completed by someone,
No
right?
ma'am, I'm not speak in complete. I'm speak just short part of it.
No worries. You can go. It's not mandatory that if anybody had read, then you will not. You can read. Go on.
No ma'am, it's just more boring about everyone for time is have comprehensive. Okay ma'am,
No
I'm
worries.
started.
Uh,
The next steps for Afghanistan after New Delhi. The visit of Afghanistan acting foreign minister Amir Khan Mustaki and its attendant, attendant excitement of mainstream and social media are now over. But it is only the beginning. What must follow is a step by step engagement with is the single objective of stabilizing the devastated country and in the process ensuring the New Delhi projection is credentialed as a humanitarian force to reckon with. In these days, a rampant war and war mongering, sorry, that counts. In addition, there are issues of strong security interest that in fact need not be a zero-sum game with Pakistan. In fact, it might just deliver a certain stability to Pakistan as well, provided it is ready to accept it. Terror and the realities on the ground. The joint statement between the two sides, in which aggravated Islamabad only reiterated the Taliban's immediate condemnation of the Pahalgam attacks April 2025 and similarly reiterated promises by Kabul to never allow its territory
to be used against India. That promise has been made often to the international community. This has been acknowledged by United Nations Security Council Sanctions Monitoring Committee report, which commends the Taliban action against the Islamic State coercion ISK, and even while it questions Kabul's actual capabilities in countering it, gives the receive Mullah Habibullah's penchant on running a parallel regime from Kandahar. The report also notes that while the leaders of Tariq-e-Taliban Pakistan (TTP) leaders Noor Wali Massoud received funds from the Taliban, Kabul was hesitant to act against it over the fears of allying itself with the ISK. In short, Pakistan demands that it act against the TTP are not naive but deliberate propaganda. Rawalpindi knows it's Afghanistan, while the Taliban are no saints. They are also crafty. Ma'am, I'm complete my article here, and it is presented by Tara Kata, a former director, National Security Council Secretariat. Thank you, ma'am.
Very beautiful, Aman. You read it very well, and as well as your conclusion was also very beautiful. But somewhere while pronouncing, there were you were having problem. Means you were pronouncing correct, but it was taking time, and I think you were facing quite trouble while doing that all. So I have a suggestion for you that we do have a read and record session, and in it a tongue twister is there. Some of the days we used to have tongue twister. In that you can take part, or if you are not taking part, you can just practice that tongue twister. That will helpful you more to pronounce all the things. That will help you to make your pronunciation and speaking skill to smooth. Are you understanding?
Yes, ma'am, I'm getting on your point.
Yeah. So, and after that, whatever you were correcting yourself, that was very beautiful. You had read and conclude all the articles very beautifully, and everything was very fine. Just my suggestion is to take part in that tongue twister. All right?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am,
Yeah. Thank you.
thank you,
Mhm.
ma'am. Have a nice day, ma'am.
You want to say something?
Yes, ma'am.
Aman?
Ma'am, first of my problem is that I can't listen my voice to myself. First problem I face ever to ever.
Yeah, yeah. We
My
also do have
voice
that.
can listen to you, but I can't listen my voice.
Yeah, it used to happen in some of the time when you used to be little bit panic type of. You just calm yourself. No one is there to judge you. If anybody is judging you, then do let me know. I will kill them. Don't worry.
When
Uh,
in India, everyone become just like B.R. Gavai and etc. more persons, and they have
no, no.
no process. They become just like supercomputer. They need result. They not need the what is the process of hardness.
Yeah, just don't think about it. This is the learning platform. Just we need to improve ourselves. We are here to make ourselves better from our past. So no need to think that what people will say, and no need to worry that if I'm making any mistake, then what people will think. Let them think. Their work is only to think and talk. Let them do what they want. If you are making mistake, that's better that you are making mistake, and just listen yourself, understand yourself that where you need improvement. That is the necessary one. Because if we listen to other that what people are saying and doing, then that the thing will make us to throw in our past only. So let them do what they want. Just make yourself understand that I want to be the better. Okay, Aman?
Yes, ma'am. I'm
Yeah.
getting your point.
Practice.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a nice day.
Very good. Practice like practice yourself that what you are saying that should be correct. Listen yourself, correct yourself. Take pause and correct yourself, and everything is fine. Thank you very much, Aman. So after that, anybody would like to? Okay, lucky person. Am I audible? Lucky person, you were willing to take part in the session. Are you comfortable to take?
Yeah, hello.
Okay, very good morning, sir.
Yeah, Rise and Shine, thank you. Yes, so I wanted
Okay,
to take, yeah, number 14.
number 14. Okay, go on.
Yeah, counterclaim, India must speak out on world issues with moral clarity, not ambiguity. President Donald Trump appears to have set the cat among the pigeons. Yet again, so far, a recent Indian foreign policy actions are concerned, this time with regard to an alleged assurance by Prime Minister Narendra Modi that India would halt its oil imports from Russia. Sorry. Speaking at the White House, Mr. Trump said that Mr. Modi had assured him on Wednesday that India will not be buying oil from Russia. No, we have got to get China to do the same things. This utterance follows in the wake of a summer and heightened temperatures in the bilateral space. After multiple claims by Mr. Trump that he played a role in bringing Operation Sindoor to an abrupt halt with a full and immediate ceasefire, agreed only after a long night of talks mediated by United States. India was quick to challenge the White House's narrative, with a Ministry of Foreign Affairs spokesperson saying that he was unaware of a conversation between the leaders on the previous day. Even if discussion was ongoing about deepening India's energy cooperation with the US, nevertheless, he had not unequivocally confirmed or denied Mr. Trump's assertion that India would be halting its purchases of Russian oil. A similar soft denial approach seemed to be the chosen tack in the aftermath of Operation Sindoor. The quandary faced by Indian foreign policy strategists is that India is in sensitive phase of bilateral engagement with the US, especially regarding its hopes for bilateral trade deal in the nearer term and shared regional goals in the context of the rise of China over the longer arc of the evolving balance of power in Asia. Additionally, Mr. Trump's sheer chemical nature, which is either the trait of an impulsive but popular leader on American soil, on the standard art of the deal playbook trait of a president seeking to bring global counterparts to the negotiating table, appears to be routinely frustrating South Bloc mandarins seeking predictability in their engagements with US interlocutors. India may have found an appropriate response in avoiding knee-jerk public reactions to the sometimes outlandish claim of Mr. Trump. However, the bigger challenge for New Delhi is to clarify its global posture on issues such as the purchase of Russian oil in the context of Russian aggression in Ukraine. It would be it would do well to remember that it is not so much the strident voices of the North Atlantic that matter as much as India hopes to be a true global power one day and speak with the moral clarity that accompanies such a title. In fact, as we all know that after the Operation Sindoor, as many of times Mr. Trump has claimed that he was the negotiator and all the things that done at that time. These were only when he was a mediator between India and Pakistan. So, but India always claimed, and from that where the things go, they went bad, and also claim and counter claims, and after tariff policies, and also these things get placed. So, in fact, we all know that whenever someone holding the world as and he have a good power and he have a good thing, so he don't wanna that the people will go away from my side. So just as we also noticed in Cold War, so at that time Russia, there was no Russia, there was USSR. So also at that time you can say the things are just like nowadays also we can say that the same are the things like that, but as somewhere the things are also going like that. Yeah, there is a block of Russia, China, and other countries. So, and US doesn't want that. There must be something a very there will be any you can say danger for their trade and others especially, and there will be any for their trade, and also the credibility of dollar will be lost. So whenever in you can say there was a summit last month in China. So India was also here, China, and all they also you can say negotiated there, and they also have an agreement that we will trade in our local currencies, etc. So all these things they are you can say these things are havoc for the US, and US is US. They don't want to just to lost their credibility, which they have from decades. So due to this, sometimes Mr. Trump gets frustrated and he's just making such kind of you can say statements. And also we also have a look on our you can say uh, foreign policy that where our foreign policy is going on. So even each and every country just they have a framework for their foreign policy or their internal policy, not for a present time, but they are looking towards for a future, for a decades, or maybe if for a centuries. Yeah, and so that is why so these things are happening nowadays. So yeah, and US also doesn't want. They don't want that we must be a part of it, just like Russia or China. So these two countries are counter the US, yeah, openly. But if they India is India's their ally in such a region, if they want, if India will be also will go along with them, so that will be very havoc, and that will create a very problem for their not only economy, military economy, and also all the you can say they have a nowadays a credibility, or just you can say whatever they have a role in nowadays in in throughout the world. So yeah, that is why so these things are happening nowadays.
Wonderful, lucky person. You had read and conclude everything very well. You were, while reading and concluding, you were very calm. I think you were much, far good than me too. You were very calm and too polite while reading. It was wonderful. And a point from your side that whatever you conclude that made us understand, and everything was very fine. Everything was perfect. And while reading too, I won't be able to find any mistakes in pronunciations, and ever the pause. Everything was fine. Well did you did very well, lucky person. Thank you
It is
very
with
much.
gratitude. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Greatness of yours.
Yeah. So, anybody else would like to read any of the article?
Yes, I want to read.
Yeah, I would like to read.
Okay.
Okay. Just a second. Sorry for the interruption. Vasundhara, you there? Am I audible?
Yeah.
Uh, if someone is willing to read, you can invite them on our website. Okay. I mean, the procedure is very simple. First of all, they have to jot down their name in our website.
I want to
Then they
say
can
one
read.
thing about website. There is no name to enter.
Because
Yeah, same was with me as I also tried
hmm.
to go through your website, but you also try to make things a little bit easy. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, let me tell you what is happening. Actually, we usually close the queue window before 7:30. So only till 7:30, you guys will be able to add your names. Okay, so this is the thing.
Okay. If they wanna read, then they can. We have certain period of time.
Yeah, for now they
Yeah.
can. If you are available, they can. You
Yeah.
can go with them. No
We have
issues.
a very less time, so without any delay, do let me start with Star or Akash. Who wanna go first?
Yeah,
Okay,
may I
ma'am.
start?
Star can go. I will able to summarize that.
So let me know. Do let me know which article you would like to read. Star.
The second one.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the
Uh,
article is about textiles, leather, gems, and jewelry exports hit in September on US tariffs. The impact of the additional tariff imposed by US on imports from India is evident in the export numbers for September. Share of exports to the US is down by 15% in September from 20% in April to August period. But the share of China and the UAE in total exports increased in the same period. Exports of textile and leather goods slide while other sectors have recorded slower growth. According to the GTRI report, September was the first full month in which Indian goods faced Washington's 50% tariff on most products, with sectors such as textile, gems, and jewelry suffering the heaviest losses. In September, ready-made garments exports declined by 10.1% year-on-year compared with 5.8% growth in the April to August period. Exports of cotton yarn and fabrics too fell by 11.7% in September, while growth in the export of gems and jewelry collapsed to 0.4%. In contrast, electronic goods bucked the trend, with growth accelerating to 50.5% on higher smartphone shipments from India. Exports to the US declined 12% in September as higher tariffs dented demand. But exporters appear to have shifted to other markets, particularly China and UAE. The writer is with the Hindu Business Now. That's it. So here in the article, it said about the current situation about export and import regarding the newly tariff imposed by US government. It has majorly, what I can say, dented to the sectors such as textile, leather, gems, and jewelry. And further, the importing countries have shifted their ways to UAE and China. Most of the textiles was getting exported from India to USA. Now this has been shifted, and in the current period, most of the export was seen in electronics electronics sector. Around 50% of growth was seen. Okay.
Ethan? Okay, sir, thank you very much. I won't be able to find any mistake in that. Everything was perfect. You conclude very well, as well as you read perfectly up to what I perceive. Everything was fine. Thank you very much, Star, for taking part. We have 4 minutes. Akash, sir,
Please,
would you like to?
can I read that one first one, article number 1? Because if you have time, you can spend that article number 1.
Oh, okay, no worries. You can go. You will be the last.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you for giving this opportunity. My article is article number 1. SC dismissed the Rochi's plea on Natco Pharma's SMA drug copy. The Hindu Bureau, Hyderabad. The Natco Pharma said the Supreme Court has dismissed Swiss Pharma Major Rochi's petition challenging a Delhi High Court order permitting the Hyderabad-based company to launch a generic version of Rochi's spinal muscular atrophy SMA drug Risdiplam. The SC took note of the concurrent findings of the single judge as well as the division bench of Delhi High Court is denying injunctions against the Natco Pharma. It said in a release, having the benefit of two successive orders, the Supreme Court has not convinced about the maintainability of challenge by the Rochi and therefore dismissed the petition. This marks the final challenge Rochi could have posted at the interim stage in the suit, which shall now proceed for the trial in accordance with the law, Natco Pharma said. On October 9, following the commercial appellate division of Delhi High Court dismissing an appeal filed by Rochi against the single judge's order, Natco Pharma said it had decided to sell a generic version of drug with immediate effect at MRP of 15,900 rupees. Senior advocate J. Sai Deepak appeared for Natco before the single judge and division bench of Delhi High Court in SC. Natco was represented by senior advocates Kapil Sabil, Gopal Subramaniam, and J. Sai Deepak. The entire is article about the Rochi's plea, and this is a case what Rochi is some kind of having the patent rights regarding this SMA. What is SMA? It is a drug like spinal muscular atrophy, like some kind of rare disease get to the spinal, and this company have a patent, and they are selling for a certain price like 6 lakhs, I think so, 6 lakhs. That bottle, one bottle of cost is 6 lakhs, and the way this Natco pharmas invented like generic medicine which is only available for the rate of 15,900. How much price differ you can see, and this kind of things because of the Rochi's appeal, like Delhi High Court and this kind of they made a petition because Natco is pharmacy just giving in a generic form only 15,900 because they have patents. They made a petition on these companies, on this pharmaceutical company, and High Court listen all those things, and they mentioned that Rochi is selling for higher price because this kind of thing, the patent rights of the medicine, they always look they always look about the public welfare and the public availability rate as well. Because of that reason, petition dismissed by the High Court of the Delhi, and they never stop, and they again reappeal because it is single judgment, division judgment and single judgment. They have only one judge decided all the things, and it appeal in the Supreme Court as well, and Supreme Court also mentioned that that whatever the High Court is given order, they also supported, and I can say furtherly patent will be to the Rochi, but this kind of there is no person cannot stop narco generic medicine to make manufacture. That's all, man.
Wonderful, Akasir. You read and conclude very well, and from the conclusion part, it makes us understand that what article is about, and what I perceive is pronunciation. Little bit. Just you were facing issues in pronunciation, and the plus point is you were correcting your mistake by yourself. That was very wonderful, and everything was perfect. A little bit you were facing pronunciation problem that will be cured soon, and after that everything is very fine. Thank you, Akash sir, for taking part.
Thank you, ma'am, for giving the opportunity, and this time you may you make hosting for us. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much, and thank you to all of you for taking part in the session. The session was very wonderful because of you people, and it was fantastic. Hope you all also enjoyed, and if I made any mistake, then pardon me. Just sorry for that. And it's time because we are out of time, running out of time. So let me wrap up this session. But it was very wonderful. Thank you, everyone.